Shalom and welcome to this Rosh Hodesh Shevat meditation. First, just to introduce a bit about this new moon, this new month, new Hebrew month. Rosh Hodesh Shevat marks the 11th month of the Hebrew calendar, counting from Nisan. Nisan, that is actually kind of nature's new year, as it is the beginning of spring, and it is the new year in various cultures, even though we have also the civil year that is starting in Tishrei with Rosh Hashanah and everything. Here it is the nature's new year, let's say, with Nisan. So here we are in the 11th month, and Shevat flows between Tevet, a month about finding the light within the dark winter, and Adar, a month about expressing our joy, Simchat Chaim. So we are in this in-between space, quiet but yet fertile, full of potential, much like the sap rising in the trees right now. It's unseen, but we know that this is preparing for the fruits of spring, and this hidden growth is actually a powerful symbol for our own lives. So for the past 4 years, I've been co-hosting women circles on Rosh Hodesh, exploring the unique energy of each Hebrew month. And about Shvat, we always have a lot of things to say, such as it is connected to the tribe of Asher, the astrological sign of Aquarius, and many other things. Afterwards, after this live, I will send you on the Facebook groups, and for the people that sign up also on by email, an article with all the information that I combined about this month. But for now, I want to focus on the Hebrew letter that is linked to this month. And before telling you what is the Hebrew letter, I want to explain you why a Hebrew letter, why we will focus on that. In Sefer Yetzirah, we learn that the world was created with 22 frequencies, which are actually the 22 letters. In all my sound healing teachings, I explained about how vibrations shape the matter. And here we see, only with this alphabet, with any other alphabets, we see the direct connection between how the frequencies of those letters and their shapes are actually linked. The frequency really gives to the letter its shape. And this is how actually by naming, by the shape of the letter, it's actually creating all of our world, how we interact, how we see our world, in terms of shapes, of sound, colors, taste, everything we can sense. So that's the idea. That's why we really love. Actually, someone tried to join the live. Here it is. So that's really the idea about the Hebrew letter and how magical it is, and how I combine it between sound healing and meditation and Jewish spirituality. So for this month, the Hebrew letter is Tzaddik. Tzaddik, I'll show you its shape here, like this. Tzaddik is all about humility. The Tzaddik is the righteous person, and it's all about how humble he is to become a humble vessel for the divine light. So instead of just talking and having and understanding all of this in our mental space, I want us to first feel it and live it in our heart and in our body. And then if you want to, you would be able to read all the article, all the information that I wrote about it. But Judaism, to me, it's not a religion. It is a grounded spirituality, which means that you must live it and take all this wisdom into your daily life. And that is why I really love Jewish mindfulness meditation, because it is all about feeling it and not just about talking about those spiritual techniques and concepts. Let's start then. You can first find yourself a comfortable position. It doesn't really matter how you are sitting or laying. There is no right way to meditate. Just as we say in mindfulness meditation, be comfortable and yet alert. So you won't fall asleep, for example. So you can sit, have some pillow, take a few seconds to be comfortable. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. And I'd like you to take 3 deep breaths. On each exhale, try to empty your lungs completely with open mouth, letting go of any stale air, feeling the fresh air, feeling your lungs, new fresh air. You can notice the sounds around you, coming and going, feeling how far each sound is from you, and thanks to the sound, feeling the space around you. Notice the weight of your body, grounded and connected to the earth. The gravity taking you down safely. And yet, at the same time, you can feel your soul rising just like a flame, reaching for the sky, making you feel lighter. And let's now do a quick scan of our body from head to toe. Simply notice how your body feels right now, without judgments, without expecting anything, only curiosity, kindness. Just observe each part of your body as you're scanning it. And at each exhale, allow your muscles to relax, the muscles of your face, of your shoulders, of your abdomen, of your legs. When you arrive to your toes, you can start noticing the rhythm of your breath naturally. Feel the air moving through your nostrils, the gentle rise and fall of your chest or abdomen, the rhythm. Just observe naturally. If your mind starts to wander, simply notice it and come back to your breath. If you find this difficult, you can also count your breath from 1 to 10. When you arrive to 10, you count again from 1. Let's do that for a few other breaths. In the mindfulness practice, we often explore opposites to work with a concept. Since humility is our focus for today, we can begin by reflecting on its opposite. The opposite of humility is pride and arrogance. When we feel ashamed, we usually find pride to be our antidote, when humility is actually is. So to work on our humility, let's explore shame with kindness and curiosity. I am going to ask you a question that I want you to ask yourself and simply observe what comes up without the mental. Just let the question float and observe yourself without judging, without expecting anything. Simply observing your physical sensations, your emotions, images from the mind maybe. If nothing comes up, it's also fine. Just breathe and keep the question in mind. So here's the question. What am I ashamed of? Another question very linked to that one is, for what reason am I disappointed in myself? You can choose the one that relates to you the most. What am I ashamed of? And simply allow yourself to feel whatever arises and to notice. What am I ashamed of? Let the words float and simply observe what comes up. If it's a physical sensation or some emotions, simply notice. And simply keep on breathing. And now let's do some visualization. You can picture the Hebrew letter Tzaddik. I'm showing it again if you want to see its shape. Picture it above your head, and from its branches, visualize that it's taking the light from above and pouring it at you, to your head. Reaching the deepest place of your being. And as you receive this light, you can gently bow your head in humility. Visualize this light just like water filling you up from toes to your head, reaching the deepest places. Tzaddik. 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 And then, just as in Shevat the trees begin to draw sap upward, feel yourself receiving the energy from the earth, from your feet, from the lower part of your body, and gently it's coming back up, taking your head also back up, sitting back straight. As humility allows us to recognize our own worth, we can put our head back up straight again and feel the alignment of you becoming a vessel from the sky and the earth, serving with this body your higher purpose. Feel the posture and the attitude of the Tzaddik within you. Simply observe what comes up. Physical sensations, emotions. Feel how you are being the bridge. And now for a few seconds, let your mind do whatever it wants. Don't focus on anything. Let your mind wander freely. can now gently return to your senses. Start with taste, the sense of this month, moving your tongue inside of your mouth. Then notice your sense of smell, of touch, feeling your skin, gently touching your hands together. And finally, open your eyes, but just a little bit, just enough to let a bit of light entering while remaining within the meditation. Take another deep breath and enjoy the effects of this meditation. When you're ready, you can stretch a little and move gently your body. If you feel cold, you can take a moment to journal any insights or feelings that came up for you during the meditation. You might also want to draw the Tzaddik letter at the top of the page. I like to do that usually, and it can allow you to get some more insights for this new moon energy. Yeah, and I'd like to finish this meditation by saying that new moon and Rosh Hodesh is a time of celebration. It symbolizes the constant possibility of renewal, and just like the moon doesn't create its own light, but reflects the one of the sun. We too are vessels of this light. The moon is actually a feminine principle in the Jewish tradition. It's symbolizing the feminine energy, and in that sense, as it is not the source of this light, it is reflecting the light of the sun. It also is a recipient, this idea of the vessel of being the recipient of the light. And this is how the posture we want to have, this humble vessel I was talking about. Yeah, and Rav Hirsch taught us that this idea of the moon reflecting the sun's light, it's actually an image of us reflecting the most powerful light in our world is the sun. It's the most powerful and constant light we are experiencing, and spiritually it is actually the divine light, the light of creation, that we are reflecting, and we are making it concrete into our world with all the creativity and things we are creating, our art. Yeah, and it's interesting because I'm talking here about the feminine energy. So I wanted to also add that in Kabbalistic teachings, in Jewish mysticism, the masculine energy represents infinite abundance in potential, and the feminine energy provides the container. It's like the most the most concrete metaphor about this is like the woman is taking the potential abundance of the men by making it into a child. with her own body. So it's the feminine principle that is taking the masculine potential abundance to a concrete shape um, within its container, kind of. So we understand here that those energies, they are not in competition, they are complementary, and they need one another to create. Um, Without the feminine, the masculine has no space to express itself concretely, and without the masculine, the feminine has no light to shape. So, what I, with all those information and this meditation, I invite you tonight as you light your Shabbat candles to consider lighting an extra candle for Rosh Hodesh. And you can use also, as you light it up, you can use a hollow stencil, whatever it is, or just making also with your hands, just to symbolize this receptivity. And then you can pray to Hashem, or yeah, you can pray asking to be the vessel of His light, or you can simply pray saying that you are fully ready to fully be the vessel for this. And you may also choose to light a candle in the name of those who are unable to light one themselves, if it's your ancestors in the past, or if it's our current hostages. So it is beautiful also, like in our Jewish tradition, to light a candle when we are praying, because it has this nature energy of what is down going up, going to the universe. So yeah, and remember that just as the moon reflects the light of the sun, so do we reflect divine light in our lives. And we are called here this month to be vessels, receiving and giving love, wisdom, divine abundance in balance. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and share in the comments any insights that you got, your experience, anything interesting that you know, and I will send you an article with all the information about Shevat. Shabbat Shalom.